Every week's, well, a few weeks ago, we had Dr. Shiraki. He's got your back. Reed Shiraki, chiropractor. He stopped by, and what was so popular, we wanted to have him back by again because we had a few more questions to ask. And Doc, let me ask you right off the bat: Are all sessions the same?
The first session is one of the most important because that's where I really get familiar with the person's spine, where the problem is. So it's a little bit more extensive. We have to get a background, a history, get a good understanding of what the person's complaint is, and hone in on where the subluxations or the misalignments of the spine are at. As the regular treatments go along, they pretty much feel the same. We may do a different stretch or a different therapy before the actual adjustment, depending on how that person is feeling that day. And on a future visit, we may take some x-rays to really identify spinal problems that can't be identified just with my hands and my eyes.
How bad do you need to be hurting to go to a chiropractor? I mean, do you need to be bedridden, or do you need to just have, I guess maybe some people might be afraid to come to you if they just, it's not terrible, but it's their stiffness or something like that. Could they come to you still?
That's a great question. And one of the messages I think chiropractors have to get out to the public the most is that chiropractic needs to be a lot like dentistry. We don't wait till our tooth is totally bothering us before we go see a dentist. We go for regular checkups. We make sure that our teeth are in good shape before any problems start. And it should be exactly the same with chiropractic. Even without any kind of back pain symptoms, neck pain, a person should get their spine checked out, even from an early age. And what we can do through chiropractic is identify small problems before they even escalate to the point of pain, and then we can take care of that.
Now, chiropractic work is growing, I think, in popularity, and we're looking at video here of you doing an adjustment. Is it covered by insurance?
Unfortunately, in Hawaii, on regular private health insurances, the coverage isn't that good. If you're in a car accident and you want to get checked out and treated by a chiropractor, no-fault insurance will cover chiropractic care after a car accident, or a work comp on-the-job injury can be covered by insurance. But for most times, regular normal health insurance, there's not adequate coverage to see a chiropractor continually.
Do you ever think that'll change? Because I know that these insurers have talked about opening up and different ideas, just not just Western sort of medicine and more medication sort of thing. Do you think we'll ever see it change where the could be folded in, or at least partially?
I don't want to ruffle any feathers, but it's all about the dollar with these type of corporations, which, you know, it needs to be. And so as the public demands that chiropractic is included as part of their healthcare policy, that it becomes a service that they're paying for as part of their premiums, they'll start to listen. The public needs to address companies locally and nationally that chiropractic makes sense and it needs to be part of their program. And the more people speak out, I think insurance companies will need to listen.
Well, Dr. Shiraki, you can stay around for another round of questions?
Yes.
We appreciate it.
Thank you, Jai.
Thanks, Dr. Shiraki. We'll be back with Hawaii's Morning News. We've got the top headlines of the day coming up. Thanks for starting your Thursday morning with us right here on Hawaii's Morning News. Well, he is back to answer some more questions for us. Dr. Shiraki, he's got your back. How you doing, Doc?
Great.
Hey, we had you in a couple weeks ago, and we asked a few questions, and we'd like to ask more chiropractic questions. Sure. I know that you had said, and it kind of surprised me, but when you had your child, you almost instantly sort of gave a little bit of a back exam. Is there an age that you would say for parents to feel safe to bring their children in? If, you know, they're not newborns, but say I've got a 6-year-old and a 5-year-old. Is it too early to have them checked?
I would say whatever the parent feels comfortable with, and a lot of it would depend on the experience that parent already has with chiropractic. Probably a parent that's not getting adjusted themselves would be a little bit more hesitant to bring in their child. But there really is no age that we have to wait up until to get a spine check. The earlier the better. The earlier we can catch small problems, we can prevent them from becoming big problems. And small checks from early childhood can just help to prevent a lot of future pain or even health crisis from developing.
How young of kids have you adjusted, and what kind of problems do they have? Do they have different problems than, say, adults do?
You know, For patients that are adults, usually they're very eager to bring in their children and to have me check them. And usually because the child is so still developing, the musculature isn't developed as well, they don't really need too much of a help in terms of the alignment. But every once in a while, I will see a vertebrae that may have twisted out of place in a child.
Okay.
And for example, just last week, I had a couple patients come in with their, I believe she's a 6-year-old girl, and they were about to take her to a medical doctor because she was complaining of stomach aches. And I've adjusted her in the past, and as I palpated her spine, right at this level here, I found that she was subluxated a little bit more than usual. And so we just helped to gently put that back in place.
Okay.
And it was interesting because the nerve at that area of the spine actually goes to the lower intestines. And they reported that night she just felt so much better, no complaints of pain, and they canceled their appointment.
We've heard so many times that, okay, obviously if you've got a pain in the lower back and you go see a chiropractor, that's the main thing you're going for. But are there other benefits besides just that spine and just that pain?
Yeah, you know, because chiropractic is holistic, we don't like to say, I'm going to adjust this necessary for this problem, or if you hit that spot, it's going to solve this problem. We're looking at the entire body holistically. But if you want to just get an overall better flow of your nervous system, to have your nervous system more optimal, which will help all aspects of your health, you need to identify where the spine may be putting irritating pressure on the nerve, correct that. And as the nervous system flows better, your body will just be more optimally healthy.
Okay, well, Dr. Shiraki, we've run out of time, but there are other questions. Maybe in the future, we could have you back.
That would be great.
Thank you, Dr. Shiraki. We appreciate it very much.
Thank you,
and folks can visit you. What's the website again?
HonorBoxChiropractic.com.
Ah, yeah, that honor box. We like that.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Dr. Shiraki. We appreciate it. Hawaii's Morning News will be back. We'll wrap things up. Thanks for starting your Thursday morning with us.